所以这样可以看得到吗？所以已经看到了。
啊？
所以可以看到。
填上去点开始推，它就有 AG 是吧？
那 streaming 嘛，所以它已经可以用了。那我怎么验证呢？
你打开那个我们平时看的那个URL直播间。
可以。去念它。
这个是 AG 吗？哎，但是它的 A 进到了 AG， 它的 referer 不应该是 cloak 吗？为什么还是 AG 自己
？332运营一下。
sorry， 就是你 AG 是在
当前页面。
是在 AG 发给302吧？
对。
不是在 cloak 吧？
不是。group 叫 filter 叫 D。继续开始吗？
换一个看开的，找不到原因啊。
这几天都会出现一些奇怪的问题。
如果再没有，唯一的解释就是，
嗯，
你的那个 plan 的 cloak 和是有点不同的。没有其他原因了。
人家都过去了，你还说 cloak？ 他即使再不同，他能过去就可以了嘛，对不对？
过去了又觉得不爽，
又觉得不爽是吧？
为什么没有我的？老师，
弟弟还这么说。
我怎么验证呢？打不开。
你在推流了吗？
好像是。
啊，我们直播间直播开始3分钟前
啊？没有吗？
为什么是哦？名字还没改。
在哪？
有啊，有在直播啊，但是你没窗口，你没添加你的窗口啊。这不就是你在直播吗？但你没添加那个窗口。
UR 是什么？对，这是刚刚 UR 吗？
我听到他在说话。
我在说话吗 ？Hi，Hello，没有 cut。
艺人正在观看。
那是那
艺人。哎，不好意思啊。
是什么？等一下，我的屏幕显示不出来，怎么搞？
你要添加吗？
添加了。
啊！我的脚。
Sources。Display capture。哦，画中画666。这个可以。
可以了。来有了。
点 OK 点
OK。递归。
正在递归。
添加到另外
你要哪边演示？要这边演示是吧？
对。
截图啊。
对，我现在看到。
这里设一下，设置一下。
就是那个对的一下。
啊，本身就整个窗口吧，整个窗口吧，就整个这个窗口可以吗？
是移到这边了。
现在是吗？是吧？
是。
OK。
他打的是哪一个？
时的那个非常了解，
加热改一下
非
名字，
常
改不了啊，名字可以改。
这怎么改？
test test. Hello. Hey guys, this is Tyler, and today I'm going to talk about RxJS. You might be wondering, my previous topic should be Kafka. The thing is, I really do not have enough time to prepare well, so I decided to change my topic just around 5 or 6 hours ago. And for this topic, I'm not going to dive deep into the design concept behind it. Today is about the rough implementation of RxJS. Please do not expect too much. Hopefully we can just get something from it. Okay, so let's start with the method we have in the JavaScript world. Basically, in the JavaScript world, we have 3 different kinds of method of callbacks. Sorry, the first one is success callback, and the other one is error callback and done callback. For success callback, it's easy to understand. It starts something like, you please help me to do something, and if you finish it, please deliver the results into my success callback. So that's the first kind of callback we have. The next one is error callback. It's more like, in the real world, we might fail at some times for some reason, like the HTTP request might fail because of 404 error. So at this point, we need to know the reason. So please deliver this error message into my error callback. For the last one is a done callback. I would say it's not a common case in the front end application. It's usually used in the back end. Like we need to read something from the file with the format string. So when we are receiving the data, we really do not know how many chunks are we going to get from it. So at some point, we need to have this indication, like I'm done. So we have the method called done callback. Okay, these are 3 different callbacks in the JavaScript world. Okay, assuming we have the method called giveMeData, and we have these 3 different kind of callback, which is success callback, error callback, and done callback. So first of all, please allow me to refactor this method. I'm going to wrap it into an object. Sorry. Let's say this one is next, and this is error callback, and this is complete callback. So good. And you know what? I'm going to create another variable to hold these methods. Let's say this is observer. Please note that this is just a name. It doesn't mean anything. So it's about, give me some data, and please deliver the result to my observer. To this variable, we have, the next things I'm going to do is to implement this give me some data. It have an object in here, and let's say I want to iterate an array. We have 10, 20, and 30. And for each array, please deliver the result, deliver the value to my success callback, which will be the next, which means in here, which is here, with a success callback. So let's try to log the value we have in success callback. So for dump callback, we just simply say that I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. Okay, so this is a pretty clumsy implementation of this code, and I promise you this can run. Sorry. Next source callback. Oh, sorry, should be 2. Yeah. So we just print 10, 20, and 30 from it, and also we know that when we iterating this array, they are run in a synchronous environment. So we can say that it will be complete here. Now, sorry. Now we'll print out and down. And for the next thing I'm going to do is going to rename this method. How about subscribe? So we have a subscribe method here, and I'm going to do one more thing, create an object. Let's say it's observable, it's just a name. And it's previously it returned subscribe, which is a method. So the reason why I make it wrap it into the observable object is if you have if your observer is observing something, and that kind of thing is called observable. So we have the observable variable in here. And because we are iterating this array, so this observable should be an array observable. Let's rename it to array observable. We can have different kind of observable actually. It's not just array. We can observe, how about click? And inside this implementation, it should not be iterating array, of course. I'm going to add an event listener to document the body. Yeah, and when we successfully have handled this click method, we just call obnext, which is a success method. And let's say it seems we can save some lines with creating another helper method. How about create observable? This is another silly method. It takes and callback here and return an object. That's all. So let's refactor this line. The same thing could happen to this array observable. Yep. So I promise you this can work. The same thing, yeah. You can see it's printing 10, 20, 30. And actually we just do some the group can do all these things like refactoring. We didn't do anything else. And since we are iterating this array, it would be nice if we can have other collection operators like map method. Not here. Let's say, please divide each element by 10. Yeah, please still alive. Okay, for this map method, it's about we are defining the array like 10, 20, and 30. For each element, we can map them by, how about same thing, divided by 10. So we can get 1, 2, and 3 here. So that's a map method. Everybody knows. But for this scenario, it will fail. The reason is we don't have a map method under this array of observable. So I'm going to add this map method inside of it. Let's say this is the map method here. Define a function map. So basically what the map method did is take and transform method. You will transform each element of your array and return a new array. So in our case, the input is an array observable, and we need to convey it into an output of observable, which can be invoked by subscribe. So, input observable is equal to this, because when we invoke the map is in here. So we need to return an output observable. The question is, what is the output observable? Where can we get it? Okay, luckily we have this helper function with create observable. So we can create a new observable by invoking this method. It will take a method, a callback here, and return a new object. So inside the subscribe method, subscribe callback is an output observer. So, oh, sorry, forgot the name. Remember when we first refactor our subscribe method here, the first name is give me some data. So subscribe means give me some data. Okay, let's settle this down. So if we want to get some data here, obviously we need to subscribe into our input observable. So this means we can get some data from it. And it will hand inside this subscribe method, we need to pass an observer as its argument, which is we need to define 3 different kind of callback, which is the success one, the error one, and the done one. And because we are iterating the array, so we know that we won't fail. So in this case, I'm going to implement only success callback, which is next, and complete callback. So what's the success callback we'll have is we will have this value here so that we can do anything we want to it. In the map method, we need to transform it first. So we define a var y, we will transform it. And after that, we need to output into somewhere else. Obviously, should be an output observable .next, which is a success callback to y. So when we complete all this transformation, we need to notify our user. So I'm done. In this case, it's like output observer complete. So that's a pretty nice implementation of the map method. You can see the result here. The previous one, oh, sorry. The previous one is 10, 20, and 30. After the map method, we get 1, 2, and 3. How about one more method? How about filter? If you want to, let's say, I really do not like the number 2. So we need to take an x. When x is not equal to 2, then you can pass. So let's implement a filter method here. Simply copy and paste. What filter method did is it will take an condition method, condition function. If it will pass about x here, if you satisfy this condition, then I will pass it to the next guy. Else, we don't need to do anything. So remove this line. Okay, so this is a filter method. We have we don't have the y variable, not here. Sorry. So this is a filter method. You can see we only have 1 and 3 now. You might asking, we are just doing the same thing. We already have the map and filter method on this array. We can just do it without implement all these method, all these helpers. The reason why I want to do it because we are converting. If you compare these 2 different kind of method we all have the same thing. We all have the success callback. It's more like, please help me to do something, and if you do finish it, please deliver the result to my callback. in this way, we can convert it into the same format, which is observable. So when you have the new result, please deliver it to my callback. And for this case, we can use in this click scenario. Just do more slightly change this code. The client, how about X? So it will map all these events with click event to its client X and filter those values which should be smaller than 200. So I need to run in the browser. Here, sorry. Sorry, I was running this emulator. Not available. Not typing. Sorry. Now we know that we only click. Okay, click, not working because we have a filter here. Click here, it will work because the client X is smaller than 200. So that's kind of like transfer all these kind of things into same format, which is observable. And now I want to, how about add one more method, delay. I want to delay this click by 2 seconds. So let's implement one more method here. This is period. Sorry. Output. Done. Next. X. Done. So click, 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 click. It will be delayed by 2 seconds. So we just implement all these collections in here. If you look through the RxJS, you will have the same collection operators. The base idea is to convert all different kind of callback style stuff to the same format, which is observable. We observe them, we subscribe them, and once you have the result, it will deliver to your callback. So I think that's all for today. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me on the Slack. And well, by the way, if you guys ever watch the same thing or the similar things, similar stuff, please do not say anything on Slack. Thanks. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you guys.